Welcome to the CTC Curse Remedy. Today's date is July 8, 2026. My name is Nang Hong Lam. Today, PTTS sessions video, which I have been starting to call it as CTC Curse Remedy video session, is on the video that I just uploaded yesterday on my YouTube channel, which is titled it as Overcoming Being Alone and briefed it Batlantica novels. Summarization, and also about the complaint I got by a security guard in the North Claremont branch library. And currently the complaint is about this model and supporting actress. Her name is Callie Brooke. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna go talking about what happened with Callie Brooke first. Okay, first, so pretty much it was at around 2 p.m. yesterday. I was in the library at a website which is called listo.com, and I was looking through Callie Brooke's picture. And okay, first, and well, after this I will talk about what happened. I'll quickly have like a description on Callie Brooke and how I felt about Callie Brooke and all of that. But right now I'm just talking about what happened yesterday about the complaint. So basically at around 2 p.m. the security guard basically told me that because I was looking at pictures of Callie Brooke at listo.com, so the security guard told me that maybe I should, like, probably there's children in the library, I should, maybe look at something else and things like that. So I felt that was like a complaint, so I kind of just stopped what I was doing and just look at something. I kind of quickly apologized, basically, like, and then look at something else. Okay, anyway, so basically, alright, so now about Callie Brooke. So, this is, so right here, like, Callie Brooke, I have a small list, like, kind of like I look at her filmography, she didn't really have a lot of, like, more on supporting actress roles. She doesn't really have like main role in the film. Like, looking through that filmography that I like in the website that was posted up about Callie Brooke, so looking through that, I didn't really see a lot of main role that she have in her films. There's a lot on just supporting roles and things like that. Anyway, I interested in Callie Brooke because of her anyway, but also like in the description about her, it's in a lot of magazine covers. The one that I focus more on is called FHM. So and her modern career, which means that her modern career, she's doing well because she's in a lot of magazine covers and calendar and all that. So the reason I really into Callie Brooke pictures, because I think she look really good in her pictures and all of that. So pretty much. So that's why like I was looking through, maybe I could have more pictures of her, because I felt she looked really good in her pictures, and also she did really well in her modern career because she's in a lot of covers of the magazine. So okay, I'm just gonna quickly go through a few of the picture right here. So okay, so this one is just one of the pictures she's in a magazine cover. I'm gonna pause the video and switch the camera angle to facing me. Anyway, because currently, because of my busy schedule and all of that, I didn't really get a chance to like follow what's going on in Callie Brooks' life, like what's happening with her and her career and all of that. Basically, like I was saying earlier, just focusing on her, the picture of her, like, cause I felt she looked really good in her picture and things like that. I was in the middle of cooking some rice, so when I was putting together this video, so I have to pause the video to unplug the rice cooker plot because it's done cooking. Okay, back to what I was saying. Back to Kelly Brook. Okay, so anyway, as I was looking through her picture, there was some picture that doesn't really look like her, and also there was some picture that she gained some weight and things like that. Like again, like I just what I was saying earlier, I haven't really, because of my busy schedule, I haven't really get a chance to kind of like follow her recent activities in her life and all of that, and see like again, and also I just really want to focus on her picture because that's what really draw me to her, like just she looked really good in her picture and all of that. So that was my focus in the beginning, so I kind of stick with that, and I just didn't want, like what happened in her life and things like that, like change my what I felt about her in her picture and things like that. That's why I try to focus on that first. And nevertheless, I did went to youtube.com and look up her name, and I saw some of her old interview, which is like about 5 to 10 minute long, like really not like a long interview, but like so I did like found some of those older, like when like at least 5 to 10 years in the past and things like that. So I mean, I basically like just some of the more highlights in her life and things like that in those older interviews. And again, like I don't know, is it there's another person, like again, I just really didn't look too much in it. And also I only slack the one that I felt how she looked like in the picture and things like that. Like I was saying, you just so coincident. They'll in some of the pictures I saw, like she looked a bit different and things like that. And again, like I just think maybe could be like the makeup and things like that. And basically, I was just looking for maybe interview on her, like her appearance in the FHM magazine covers, like, or calendar. So I was maybe, or like maybe just she get like maybe giving like a backstage tour when she's taking those pictures and things like that. So I was, anyway, I came upon those interview while doing that, like to just kind of go with how like those pictures that I think she looked really good in and things like that. And so basically those interview I watch, it's like that, she's giving like a backstage tour and while she's doing the photo shooting and things like that. And so pretty much, like it's just really all about her photo shooting, not really too much about her her personal life, and too much, not like, I mean, she does talk about some of her personal life, like just not too much more on that, more focus on her photo shooting and things like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep it at that for now on Kelly Brook. Basically, I just want to point out about that complaint I got from the security guard in the North Claremont branch library. Basically, this whole video, just want to point out that complaint. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video and switch the angle camera facing my laptop. Okay, so as for the yesterday video that I uploaded, I'm gonna read the descriptions on that video that I uploaded. Okay, so it is titled it Overcoming Being Alone and Briefed Batlantica Novel Summarization, and it is 7 parts, so each part is in a different video. So it's part 1 through 7. So I'm gonna start reading the descriptions. I'm not a etymology scholar who's writing a dictionary, nor a linguistic scholar who is writing a linguistic Bible. We are talking pyramids such as core, pillar, and stem, the very foundations that hold up everything. Once these pyramids fall, civilizations will fall with them. The refinement and confinement of accumulated knowledge at its peak, such as the highest prioritized learning or the most important learning. I would argue, I just want to point out a few things. I'm not going to write a dictionary or a Bible today. I will keep it at, to live together, you need to know how to communicate. It is not the greatest secret. See it as journalist instinct, killer instinct, or keen intuition. My family is victim of the 1975 to 1978 war. I was born in a poor feudal countryside. I have inferior background, refugee status, immigrant status, low-income family status, and English as second language status. Because of victim of war, inferior background, and born in a poor place, I have problems with communication. As a result, there will be arguments and stereotypes on my inferior background. Those arguments and stereotypes would make me as the most likely to get arrested by the police officer, most likely to drop out of school or ditch school, most likely to take illegal drug and become a drug addict, most likely to be very confused and have no direction in life, and so on. So on January 1999, I admitted to myself that my inferior background was going to lead me to a terrible end. It is like I'm throwing my life away. Seeing how journalism have able the countries around the world to communicate and know what is going on in the world, so I put my faith in journalism. Through journalism, I will self-study very hard to improve my communication skill and work on journal keeping as much as I can, so that one day I could overcome my communication problems instead of throwing my life away. From 1999 to current 2026, it is around 26 years. That is quite a while. More or less, I'm wondering, have I improved my communication skill enough yet? I'm going to see improving my communication skill as overcoming being alone, including antisocial, to ease the anger and frustration, including being very upset. I'm going to say that for me to overcome being alone require another person. As for Batlantica novels, I did intended the Batlantica novels to be as my strategy guides and self-help books to self-help myself by using them to deal with the adversities in my life. So it is true. It is my self-study to improve my communication skill. But I can't help it to survive the following argument against me. I'm away in my Batlantica novels all the time have made me an irresponsible person who is rarely around to live together and share with my family and surrounding. Example, Batlantica novel is escaping to another world, avoiding and denying reality, and chasing after dreams and fantasies. I would defend myself against that argument with, first things first, the communication problems involving my inferior background is already enough problems for me. So I will only focus on one out of the 12 Batlantica titles. The Batlantica title I will focus on is Adara. I will be ready to endure the arguments for writing Adara. In other words, just focusing on one out of the 12 Batlantica titles will make me have a lot of bothering thoughts, including being occupied with arguments against me for writing Adara. So my goal on Batlantica novel is I will work on Adara, including letting the world know about Adara until I have some recognition and credits on being a creator of Adara. Then I will make plans on the other 11 Batlantica titles. Thank you for watching. Please leave me feedback on my video. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video and switch the camera angle back facing me. Okay, so the description I just read is the description for the video that I posted up yesterday. It was very hard for me to make that video because it is a very sad video, filled it with a lot of disappointments and regret. I would defend myself with the following: that it is upsetting to point out that I have no feedback on my PTTS blog for 9 years. And as for the Batlantica novel, it has been around 27 years and I'm still struggling with getting recognitions and credits for writing those Batlantica novels. So pretty much you could hear me saying a lot of upsetting things in that video. That's why in the description I did point out why it is very sad and filled with a lot of disappointment and regrets and things like that. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video with, as of now, I'm going with first things first. Like, first thing would be to overcome being alone, including antisocial, and so it's pretty bad that, it's like, pretty much it's like basically just gonna have to endure a lot of arguments that it's been bothering me and things like that. I'm gonna pause the video and switch the camera angle back facing my laptop. Okay, so before I end this video, I just want to quickly say, point out this logo. Anyway, well, basically, because of the trading card game combinations, it has been like a custom that the trading card game combinations also included movies and TV series and video games. So to kind of just go along with this trading card game combinations, I created this logo. Like, again, I'm just saying, it's just, for now, it's just, I don't know how it's basically to just give me a break. It's just saying that no one would know about this logo because look at my situation. I haven't got a feedback on my PTTS blog for 9 years of time and things like that. Anyway, so for any reason, just curious about why I'm involved with the movies and TV series and things like that, it is because of the trading card game combination, and this logo also kind of just to, as a reminder of that, it's just because of the trading card game combination. It has been part of that. It has been part of, like I was saying earlier, it is a custom for the trading card game combinations to also have movies and TV series and video game. So this logo is just a reminder for that. Example, like why did I look at Callie Brooks pictures and things like that. And another thing is back on last year's of around April when I just started writing TAFA, which I stand for To Acceptance and Forgiveness Autobiography. So back then, when I started writing TAFA,